So we're going to start on the Lakers side of the couch. How much credit does Luka deserve for keeping his emotions in check during the game?
I think I wasn't expecting the tears, but I really wasn't expecting the pull-up, though. You pull up in the car, his own car. He must have slept in his own nice bed.
He did sleep in his bed the night before.
House. Everything was starting to, like, just hit probably then, sitting in that house, sitting in that room. Like, damn, I really don't live here no more. Then to come to the arena, see all that. Oh, man, you got to give him just the credit to go out there and still get 45 through all that. You know, you miss your bed, you miss where you used to smoke your hookah at, have a couple beers.
Yeah, the beers and the hookah.
Let's think about it. Like, yo, you probably seen, some of his old little work, yeah.
Saw some old work.
You gotta give Luka just the ultimate respect, man. Props, man, to go out there and still get 45. And when you see AD on you, he didn't pass the ball. That's the moment you've been waiting for. Like, you traded me for this motherfucker? Step back, tween. Yeah, man.
Glorious moment.
So it's probably one of the best moments in NBA history for me.
I put it up there.
In NBA history?
It is. Got to put it up there. Wilt 100-point game. Luka coming back to the mat.
Getting traded in your first time back.
45?
45 is the number one thing in the modern basketball game.
I didn't think he was
LeBron is second when he went back to Cleveland.
That was second? That was actually first.
Yeah.
That's actually number
38, yes, was first. 45.
I mean, yeah,
that's the most.
And crying.
That's the most by a player.
And KD.
LeBron had to sneak into Cleveland.
KD cake game. Cupcake game when he came back. Barkley first time back in Philly, the 4 best games that a player coming back to that city off an emotional trade is the 4 best. So what happened last night is defined as greatness, to be honest. Yeah. Like, because usually, like, you get traded, especially, this is the first time where I think he's like the victim of a trade.
That's what I was about to say.
Usually, something has fallen out, so this was more of an unexpected. There was no turmoil.
The other one's
right?
left.
So, you leaving, so there's usually something that happens for a trade. So the fact that you get traded just randomly overnight.
Yes.
And, obviously you can see the emotions of him crying, right? And the fact that he mustered all of those feelings out of him to actually perform very well it hasn't happened like that before. Usually your first time back, the emotions of the crowd usually gets the best of you. And he had an amazing performance, right?
He did.
LeBron's back to Cleveland, with all that happened, that was the number one.
Is it different, though, because LeBron going back to Cleveland, hate under the circumstance that he left, the video taking my talents to South Beach.
But you got to remember, it's easier for LeBron because he's coming in with actual hatred. So the movement of the video would move him because I left y'all burned my jerseys, what's up? Right? That's the stance there. With Luka, I just bought a house. This is all I know. You just let me go, didn't give me no warning, no nothing. It wasn't my choice. I wanted to be here. This is like, when DeRozan got traded. Like, wait, I'm the only nigga that wanted to be in Toronto. So you trade him, and then, it took him a couple weeks to figure out what the fuck was going on. And then, he comes here. You can see he was balling.
He was crying.
He was crying his ass off. And, and he still got his nerves together to go out there and put on one of the best performances.
You think that sadness turned like, all right, man, fuck these things. They gonna do this to me? Make me feel like this?
The crowd, because, usually the crowd comes in booing. The fact that the crowd understood the assignment too. You're cheering for Dallas, but, this was for Luka.
Felt like a Luka home.
This was a Luka home. This was just Luka, right? So the fact that he really performed, it just shows you how good he really is.
How much courtside tickets cost?
A lot.
They had a funeral when he left. That's, what I mean? This is not where you got booted out and we laughing at you, fuck office. No, they really was hurt too. So this was an emotional thing, like for him and some of those fans. Like, damn.
Move to this side of the couch, Mr. B.
No, he showed up.
Reformed Lakers fan, inching closer to that bandwagon every single day. What was it like for you to see Luka come back to Dallas, his first game against the Mavs since getting traded, drop 45 on their domes in a win?
Well, the biggest thing is you want to have a great game, which he did. So, like they said, he had a great game. It was a home game for him. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. You know, I mean, Dallas isn't where they need to be right now, and the Lakers are fighting for something. So it was just a good game for them overall, just for the Lakers, to go in there and get that win. I don't know if it's the number one. I don't know if it's number one. I think Bron, the way Bron came back to Cleveland, first of all, he had to sneak into Cleveland. Rumors were that he couldn't even he couldn't even stay at the hotel. He had to sneak into the city just to be able to play a game like that. So I don't think anybody's ever had that experience. But no, I mean it was dope to see, man. He had his dad there. You know what I'm saying? He pulled up with his dad, the car, everything, all black. He was on a mission. But my thing is if they don't trade Luka, does Dallas win a championship?
I don't know. How do we know?
Hard to talk about things.
I'm just saying, like, was he going to bring a championship there? So what's the emotion?
Still has.
I don't have
No clue.
He got there.
Hypothetical.
No, you got there. But I'm just saying, would they have won one?
How many people get to the championship as the main player at 25? It's not a lot. So
Led them to the finals.
usually people who get there that early eventually
No, I'm
get
just
one.
asking the question. No, I'm just asking the question. No, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just asking, was he going to bring a
You
championship?
can't stir
to
nothing
Dallas?
up. It's not a real thing. It's fantasy. So
There's no
I'm not-
spoon to stir.
No, it's just a question. I
You
mean,
can answer, you can answer it. I mean,
It's more than a question.
okay.
It's a reality if they've seen that wasn't a reality for them.
Let him answer.
That's actually a fair question.
They got there. They got there.
no, they did get there. But were they going to get
He's
back
only
there?
20. How old is he?
Where you're asking a question that has no answer. How do we know? We don't know. All we can do is just look at history. History
The history says that the last guy that got there by that age left his team. So that's what history says.
Who was that?
LeBron.
No, Tatum got there. Kobe got there before 25.
The last
D-Wade
guy.
got there.
The last guy.
Well, Tatum was the last guy, I think, right?
Tatum?
Tatum got to the NBA championship, lost the Warriors, and then eventually won one. How old is he? 26 now? 20.
2 years later,
27, I believe.
Yeah, so
he didn't get that opportunity. So he can't be in that category now, huh? Thought you cooked.
he about to get one, right?
Luka did lead the Mavs to a finals last year. Obviously, they were defeated by the Celtics. Team traded him, called him fat, alcoholic, implied that he didn't play defense, complained too much.
Was Nico in the building?
Nico was in the building.
Y'all didn't hear the song playing?
We did have Michael Jackson playing in the arena earlier.
No, during the whole game. The whole game was Michael Jackson, Free Willy soundtrack.
He's in the ocean now. Flying free.
Song too.
Yeah, you remember the whale was flying over the top? He was finally free.
The whale.
He was like, yeah,
A skinny whale. A skinny whale.
It was sad. Remember, it was sad, then it became cool because he's free now. And he played good.
Right. No, he was killing.
Luka's free now.
Take the Lakers. Take the Lakers where you couldn't take us. Now you free now. Now go be with the rest of the family. He was trapped. You can go be with the rest of the whales now.
Skinny whales. Skinny defensive player.
Whale flying over.
But shots, in all sincerity, watching that game, Luka 45-piece, circumstances that he left Dallas in to be able to come back in, get the dub. A lot on the line for both teams, jockeying for playoff position. Lakers trying to hold on to that third spot.
Yeah. I really don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not going to talk about the Lakers. Y'all can go ahead.
Wow.
I'll wait till it's over. You know?
As a fan of basketball, though,
It was impressive for sure.
No, it was fire though.
It was impressive.
It's not up there though, like as a top performance though, coming back.
I don't think the Mavs had that type of fire to try to stop him from doing that.
That's why I don't want to put it up
Right,
there.
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they was just as kind of fucking sad as he was. They didn't expect it either.
And they didn't really have their full team to me.
And he probably got a whole lot of homies on the team that probably thought it was unfair.
So they felt bad?
Probably.
And they're not
Like the
playing.
Kobe 60.
They're not playing for nothing.
Kobe 60
Okay,
against-
Utah.
Yeah, the last 60. You can tell like how they were playing.
But they was fighting for something though, Utah.
I think they had gotten eliminated
They got eliminated.
Before that?
before. I knew that they weren't making the playoffs at that point.
Oh. Looked
Somewhere.
they
It just
was
didn't
playing hard.
feel, he played well, but it just didn't feel like they had the fight to be like, yo, we're gonna show you something. Even AD. AD was out there just on some I'm seeing Brian for the first time type shit.
Seeing his hero.
It was nice though.
Getting locked up by his hero as well, which was also touching.
How much AD had? 27 or something?
13.
Half of 27 minus 0.5.
God.
13.
Oh, that was the game before.
What, 13-11 and 4?
13.
13, 11, and 6. 4 points in the first half.
Who led the team?
Najee Marshall had 23 points in the game to lead the Mavs.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
What
the
was
one
Clay
they-
doing?
I mean, well, the Lakers needed that win. So
They need the win for sure.
But they in the third spot now? Yeah, so they needed
Stuck
that
in
win
this third
regardless.
spot.
Mavs did need that win at that point. Suns also lost too, so Suns officially eliminated. But if the Mavs would have lost all three and the Suns won all three, they would still been in playoff contention. Did not happen.
So Dallas needed that win?
They didn't mind needing it. They were still playing for something.
They playing for
Playing for pride. Playing for Nico.
man.
the general
For
manager.
Nico.
You know that team.
They was really
insane.
playing for Nico for sure.
Playing
It's
for
a great performance. This is history, but I think 45 playing against like a Dallas that's like fighting for like a 4 spot, 3 spot type would be like it would have made it for sure #1. But it's
Hey,
history.
what was Cleveland Cavaliers' record when Bron came back?
First time?
Did Knicks just switch up? And
Don't think it was very good.
Okay.
Weren't playing for anything. #1 pick, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to make the way-offs.
Okay. They were 7-11.
That was the beginning of the season.
We knew where it was heading, though.
I appreciate, to be honest, J Kidd. You know, you got to give him credit. Because just as a hooper, as an ex-hooper, he's a Hall of Famer, right? One of the best to do it. And no matter what his feelings is, the easiest thing for him to have done is to double him and just make him look bad, to make it look like, yeah, we can get rid of you, fuck you, you ain't that good. And he could have doubled him and just, you know, took him out of the game. And the fact that he played him straight up for him to have his moment is amazing just from a player standpoint. Like, I respect J Kidd for, just playing the game the right way and not doing no extra stuff to try to get him out of the game, to pretend he stopped him. So J Kidd got to get credit for just, all right, if you gonna guard him, and there ain't gonna be no extra special Luka treatment, boxing one, doubles every time he touch. Nah, we gonna play him like we play everybody else, and good luck.
I mean, it feels like J Kidd probably not a fan of the trade as well, like a lot of people in Dallas who were blindsided by it.
Right.
When we think about that press conference right after having him sitting with Nico, kind of just looking like, what you want me to say? But
That's why he didn't double. This for your ass, Nico. See what
I was just reading the room. Just reading it. He understands what's going on.
The fact that Nico still has this job lets you know that he ain't had nothing to do with Nico.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He's just the one to get punished for it. Right? The fact that obviously the fans is saying fire him, and the fact that you're not and you're around there smiling and shit, running around with your purse all bag, big diamonds. I mean, go girl. But the fact that he is a scapegoat, and the fact that he still has a job lets us know he didn't have no pull in this. This is a decision that you guys wanted and you made, and he has to get all of the dirt on his name for it. So, the fact that he still shows up and does his job or try, you can't really throw dirt on his name, obviously. He's just the middleman here.
It's hard for me to believe that Jason Kidd didn't know nothing about it. And if he's blindsided completely, it's hard to coach. You just lost one of the best players in the fucking league, blindsided, no one told me. There's no way you can continue to coach unless it's a forcible thing. Like, yo, what? Come on, bro. There ain't no way y'all put me in this situation not knowing. Luka Doncic, stop it. Yeah, we got Kyrie, but y'all can't say, oh, who we gonna choose between.
Yeah.
You can't say that. So if we got both of them, you're gonna give one away without me knowing. And that's I'm saying something in the press conference. You got to fire me.
Fire?
Man, Luka? Look what you left. Man, Luka and then Kyrie go down and you got everything falls.
Oh, yeah.
Everything looked bad at this point from that decision. So it's like, damn, if J. Kidd did know, he's a part of this result that cheers out. So
But you also could be thinking, like, this ain't the end all. You know,
it's
next
not.
season they could be, you know, pretty good, I think. You don't want to put yourself on a hot seat. So it's
that's what I said.
Everybody
I
who
said,
needed to know knew.
yeah.
And who do you think everybody was in that situation? I don't feel like J. Kidd knows.
J.
I
Kidd,
feel like J. Kidd knew.
Somewhere-
Nico, the owners, right? Obviously, they're the ones who's making it. Lakers.
Go ahead and say it. Yeah.
Lakers.
Him too.
Obviously, Pelinka, the owner.
LeBron?
Him too.
JJ, obviously, and
JJ
then
had to
Luka,
know,
you know, no name, one of the 15.
No name. One of the 15.
It could be Bronny or Bron. You know, one of them knew.
I feel like 2 of the 15 knew because
you got to make sure. You got to
Put it on Bronny. He was listening. He heard it. Yeah, I heard him.
Daddy, for real.
That was eavesdropping.
like some Luka. You said Luka.
Do it.
because at the end of the day, you still have LeBron there, and the player has to mesh with him. Right? He still has to mesh with him because obviously LeBron has an option out, right? So you don't want to piss him off. Then he opt out, and then you did this trade, and he's gone, right? You know, so whoever needed to know that was important enough to knew.
LeBron also 40 years old, year 22, right?
So-
you know his career is not going to go on forever. I can get a
Gonna go
25,
fuck
26-year-old
Yeah.
All-NBA selection, 5-time
And then
All-NBA
he
selection.
can option out and then go somewhere else, and you don't have a play after that.
Right.
But you have Luka, I'm
you
saying,
have
after
Luka.
that.
Cool, but you didn't do the trade. You did the trade for right now and
Yeah.
the future.
I think when the trade initially happened, it was framed like, oh, this is for the long-term future.
Oh,
Like,
that's media.
that's what they're saying, but what I'm saying is, shit, we getting Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves right now. That's a great
They made
three-headed
a
monster.
trade to try to get a championship in the first 2 years, and then when LeBron leaves and that money's up, there's going to be other free agents that they can bring in for Luka that can be that second option, and they can stay riding high.
Perhaps another fat man in the Mile High City. Currently,
But he's not fat.
he's thick with 2 C's.
Wow.
He is.
When is he up? 2 years from now?
Luka is
No, not him.
who, Joker. I think
Yeah.
27, if I'm not mistaken.
2 years from now.
He has a player option summer of 2027.
2027? When is Giannis up?
Let me look for you, Gilbert.
2029?
Who is Luka's friends? Because
Euros, plural.
you treat it just like you treat.
Giannis player option 2027.
You treat it just like you treat. What I'm saying, you treat it just like you treat, LeBron. Who is his friends? Like, who does Luka actually get along with? Right?
Black and Mild,
he's
but
already
thank you,
there.
Steve. Black and
But
Mild
who
already
else does
there.
he get along with? Because
Markieff
all you
Morris
do is
already
just
there.
look at their contracts. When are they up? And then you can see movement. Right? You can look at his, whoever his agent is, look at the people that's on that roster, see who's going to be up in the next 2-3 years.
Luka represented by Bill Duffy.
Huh?
Man. And another thing, though, I want to give props to LeBron, bro. At 40, catching one-hand lobs and shit. That shit is amazing, bro. I wish I could do that.
Brother, you can, brother.
You can.
No,
Nick,
I
we
can't.
believe it.
Yes, you
I
can.
believe in you. You just got to lower the rim just a little bit.
Just a
Hey,
little.
bro, like that shit.
Give me a call.
I feel like Luka right now, seeing them highlights
Nick.
of LeBron.
Give me a call.
Shot'll get you right.
Right, bro.
Just catch it, head still at the rim, just
All
throwing
that.
shit in.
All that.
Well, no, you got to jump off 2 feet.
Right now I do, yeah.
Yeah, I can say
Like
that left leg ain't really as strong as it used
see
to.
what I mean? Like,
No, I'm just saying you can jump
Yo,
off.
not
I'm
today.
helping
Not
you.
today.
I'm the first one who
not today, not how
We are
I'm emotional.
unified.
Like,
I'm emotional.
that number 40, like when you hit that number and you still doing that shit is unbelievable, bro.
So after the game last night, J.J. Redick joked that he was disappointed that Luka didn't get to 50 points with the way he had it going in the game. Luka was just short of the record for most points by an NBA player in his first road game against his former team. That belongs to John Williamson, who dropped a 50-piece when the Nets visited the Pacers back in 1978.
So he's not the first one, number one, yeah.
And I said modern. You didn't hear?
Modern 1978, not modern.
But when you
Modern
talk about
NBA.
the other teams, when you playing the team that traded you or you got traded from, that process is like their ass don't even cross your mind. You just like want to get
at them.
revenge.
Get revenge. And that's what I said.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I said. Usually your emotion gets the best of you.
Like I'm not even thinking about they record.
Nah, it don't matter.
That's what I said. Your
that
emotions.
shit.
But that's what I said. Usually you play bad because you're like when AI went back to Philly. Like you know what I mean. When you look back where that player came back and he had to play against him, you know that crowd usually gets the best of you. Get you out of your element.
Is that hard going back into the facility as a visitor? The place where you used to run, you could do whatever the hell you wanted to.
It all depends on how you leave.
Yeah.
It all depends
like
on how you leave.
Depends on how you leave and what you did for that city.
Yeah. But usually you don't really leave on good terms.
Yeah.
For the most part, you don't leave on good terms. So it's, when you're coming back, it's more like, all right, watch, I'm about to bust y'all out. And then they give you a little tribute, and you be like, man, I was killing this motherfucker. It is me up there. Usually, motherfuckers don't even look like people who try to hold their emotions. They just be looking down because they don't want to see it.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, so, okay.
Because my revenge game was 0. Yeah. I didn't look up one time. Coach didn't look down there. I didn't look up. We was in agreement.
You looked up when it like that.
I do not want to get booed tonight. I do not want to hear boo. I'm already trash as shit.
Oh yeah, I
Let me
remember
sit
that.
over here in
First
peace.
game. They was mad because I wasn't like.
But like we said, this Luka situation feels different. Like you mentioned, Mavs had a funeral.
Wait, first of all,
protest.
not J Kid, but JJ, I'm disappointed in you. Talking about you disappointed he didn't score 50. You subbed him out with a minute and a half left, knowing that all he needed was 6 more points, 2 threes,
to break the record.
3 layups. He would have had the record talking about I'm disappointed in you. You should have known that. I don't even know why you subbed him out any of the game. He should have played 48 minutes. I thought y'all had the connection. But obviously you wasn't.
But
The guy
this
that got
situation
traded,
different.
I
Obviously,
understand.
Mavs fans pissed off. Luka got traded, openly cheering for him during the game. I feel like a lot of them in attendance wanted to see the Mavs lose to further hammer home their point that they didn't want to see him go. First time I watched basketball a long time in my life. Crowd cheering the opposing player, former player, obviously, everything he did for the city, but also yelling to fire the GM throughout the game and in those final moments. And now that's the chant.
Yeah. Like what about Kyrie? His return to Boston.
That's not.
Nah, but
It's not the same.
It's
Cleveland.
it's him going back to Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah, not Boston.
No, how he left Boston.
Yeah.
He didn't give a fuck about Boston. It's him
Yeah,
coming back to
yeah,
Cleveland.
but he was only in Boston for what, 2
Boston,
years
yeah,
though,
he was
right?
going to stay.
Yeah, but it's
And
that
re-sign.
like he left. He just
Cleveland,
bounced.
though?
Like it's him coming back to Cleveland. That's his.
Yeah.
That's
That's
him.
why you think he be airballing and shit every time he play in Boston? They be
Yeah, I
talking
get it.
shit.
No, the Boston hates him.
Yeah,
but I'm
but
talking
what
about
he
his
did.
Cleveland departure. They won a championship and all this, and then he wants to be his own man. So his first time coming back, that's the emotion. He ain't have no emotions in Boston. That's IT's emotion.
Oh.
'Cause they did him wrong. Everything he did for the city.
Well,
And they, he played for after his sister died. You know what I mean? He
I know
he
that,
got a bad
all
hip.
that,
He
yeah.
playing for the city. So his first game back, that's his emotion.
but
Kyrie don't have any emotion there. He don't have nothing.
yeah, because that was his team. Like that was his team to beat LeBron.
But it wasn't his team.
I said, what?
It was Ice-T's team.
And he came in like I want my own team.
I know, but he didn't play there long enough for him to even build anything in that city.
They played there same amount of time. IT did win that 1 year. He made a run. I think Kyrie did 2 years.
Yeah.
No. IT did 2
He
years.
did 1 year. The run was 1 year. It was just that 1 year.
That playoff run?
Yeah, we averaged like 30,
29.
29.
What about the year before?
But his emotions was there because he sacrificed like
Playing.
the things that happened to him during that playoff run.
Well, it's the same with
So
Kyrie.
he is emotional.
Kyrie's people died.
Yep.
That's why he was going through what he was going through in Boston. So him leaving wasn't. That's what
Yeah,
they
he
got the
promised
mix.
he
They
was
got the
gonna
mixed
stay.
message for Kyrie.
Yeah, he did say he was going to stay.
Said he was gonna
So
stay.
they couldn't trade him.
But Kyrie, what didn't he leave Cleveland because Brown was trying to
He
get
played
Paul
3.
George or something?
He
like that?
played 3.
He wanted to run the point guard. He wanted
Wasn't
the ball
IT
in
a
his hand.
two-time All-Star in Boston?
Yeah. It's his team.
Beautiful moment. A lot of good energy
I think
on this
IT
couch
had
today and in this arena. So Luka also said after the game, everybody had my back from coaches to players. We're trying to build something special here. That was really, really, really nice to see. Do some wins mean more than others in terms of building chemistry? We saw the team rally behind LeBron, Markeith, the rest of the crew, big hugs before the game, throughout the game, antagonizing the crowd, telling them to cheer for Luka.
Yeah, we went in the chip.
Okay, that's
This year?
Yeah.
very
guaranteeing
measured,
that
reasonable
this year.
take.
Because my reasoning. You had a player who got traded that didn't have no expectation. He didn't have nothing, right? He didn't know this is all new to him. He was half in Dallas, right? Half of him was in Dallas. His body was just in LA.
That's what last
this
night?
whole time. No, I'm just this whole time. He's been in LA, but his heart is in Dallas.
Yeah.
Right? So him having closure, going back to face, to give his fans a goodbye, right? This is, you know what I mean? Like, he left overnight. There was no final game and he gets to do what he does, right? So he got to close the Dallas chapter and he closed it in fashion. His body can now go with him, his mind, his spirit. So now the Luka that we're gonna get now is a full Luka. So he can say, all right, cool, I'm okay with this. Family, I'm okay with this. Let's just move on. He can now do that, right? He got the closure that he needed and it happened perfect for him.
Yeah,
So now I think that we gotta unlock character now.
he's blessed.
Like, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So the fact that we got Luka like 100% now, I think he's gonna give it his all.
Think about it.
He's gonna tap in.
But I don't think they're going to win, though.
Sounds like
I'm scared of Boston. I ain't
Free
gonna
Willy
lie
to me. That sounds like the plot to Free Willy to me.
He's in the ocean now.
He's in the ocean now.
So yesterday's game was perfect timing.